Hello, welcome to another video. Fun and games again. I've just had a meditation, so I've had lots of strange things, very powerful, some of them as well, and very, very strong. But I'll talk about that as I go along, and I thought we could do a bit of a tarot reading as well, see if you can get any more information. I think this is going to be a bit more political, so I'll class it as one of my political readings. So yeah, the latest person to show up in my room is Chairman Mao, the guy who founded the People's Republic of China. Very interesting. He hasn't said anything yet. Now I know why I've been learning Chinese, or trying to learn Chinese, shall we say. Because they asked me a very strange thing when I began my meditation. They kept showing me images of Xi Jinping and asking me to find out where he was, which is kind of odd. And I wonder if it's harking back to that experience I talked about, where somebody walked across my vision and I knew I was somewhere else as well as being in my room. And I wonder if they're actually trying to get me to a remote view. So, or maybe that's what I've been doing. And yeah, kind of odd. They've told me that I've definitely been traveling to other worlds that need rebuilding, that I talked about in one video about the nature of reality and how even the universe is all one being, organic being, and we actually come from outside of the being. So all the dimensions, everything are within, but outside there are worlds that needed rebuilding, and that we came here to learn how to do that in all different ways, and to learn about ourselves. So that's, if you want to watch those, I'll put a link to the playlist. They'll be in the playlist, the World Child reading. So yeah, very odd. So he hasn't spoken yet. So I don't, Chairman Mao, so I'm not sure what he's going to say, but they showed me his picture, and then I saw somebody come and stand in, and they went like this. So that's going to be really interesting, I have to say. Oh, very strange as well. Will he speak Chinese? Will they translate? Or how's it going to work? Really interesting. And yeah, something about AI. I've seen a lot of people with elaborate headdresses on and gear, and sort of very elaborate people, like priests and priestesses kind of thing, but very high ups with staffs. There's definitely angelic connection, because I was spoken to very strongly by somebody very, very powerful who answered one of my questions. But I kept seeing images of angels, statues of angels, and then I kept seeing beings with angel wings. Really, really strong. Lots of light, and some of them towards the end were in like armor, but their face was all light. So there wasn't actually a face like you and I have. It was all a head of light. So that was kind of amazing, really. Very powerful. And I'll just run through everything that I saw, and then we'll do this tarot reading and see what we get. Something I've seen off and on, in the meditations, but very briefly. But when I was young, I actually dreamt. Now, this is not, as you know, interfaith here, so this is just they come to you on your wavelength. And I kept saying Jesus on the cross. I actually dreamt of him like that when I was teenage years, late teens. And yeah, very interesting imagery. And then I saw it in the meditation again today, very dark skies and that image. And then they've shown me before that I've been on one, and the cross is gone. It's been standing in the water. Everything's in the water with me. And then down in the water, and I felt like I was drowning, and I get rescued from it. So this time there were lots of people around. It was dark sky, and I mean, it's no, Good Friday is coming up, so but I was lying there, and it was almost like a cross with him on was put through me, and was lying there. I found that very strange, and they were drawing my attention to the crown of thorns, stuff like that. Really odd, because I just knew this cross was in me. So very, very, very emotional. Made me quite upset. I wasn't quite sure what they were trying to impart with that. But it's a lot about suffering and sacrifice. Somebody said this the other day, and I agree. There are a lot of people leaving the planet because they don't want to go up to the next level. You don't have to. It's whether you or not you want to continue your studies, let's be honest. And so there's a lot of that. And I don't know if it's to do with pain and suffering. And I kept saying, these big angel wings, and then this plane will not leave me alone. I am haunted by this plane. I dreamt of a plane crashing into the water just a couple of nights ago. But this big one came through, and I'm not kidding you. It's like, I can see this image really strong, and I'm doing this because it's so strong. And the fuselage is just here. And I was told it's the angel of death, basically. So it's so much change. The angel, who I don't know who the angel was, and they want me to get these angel cards because they talk about the names and everything, so they're not going to tell me until I get them. Oh, bossy. And I think it's Archangel Michael, or it could be Azrael, because angel of death. I don't know, they're not going to tell me. I know Archangel Michael was around, but I can't say for definite, so they want me to get to know them more. They did tell me at one point I was communicating with the seraphim, especially when I was saying all those rows of people again, who I can see right in another dimension at the bottom of my bed. Sounds insane, but it's true. I can see them. And as you know, I am a skeptic. I think about everything, and I try to work it out, but I do see these things. They are real. They've been going on for years, but it's evolving all the time. But yeah, this angel was pretty adamant that this plane was the angel of death, because it wasn't just people that were leaving, it's the earth dying off and the new one being born. So it's all about that, but it's very, I think there's a lot more to it, because when I dreamt about the plane the other night, it sometimes has a personal connotation to me, and then it goes worldwide. And when I dreamt about this plane, I was, 1 minute I was on this plane and there were people on it. The next minute I wasn't. I was looking up at it, and it all of a sudden took a nosedive. And I thought, no, it's going to level out. It's going to be all right. No, and it just went into the water. But it wasn't that it broke apart or anything like that. It was just lying there in the water and going down. It was orange. There's always orange on some of the planes, and they're showing me another one that goes into the White Cliffs of Dover and blows up. These planes mean something. They're metaphors for something. And it's always got orange on it. The big plane changes all the time, as in colours. Sometimes they're older planes, sometimes they are new planes. So I don't know. I'm not getting all of the information yet. I'm just telling you what I'm seeing. And all these worlds, and I say all these people who are like refugees, right? Okay, I've heard you. I'll tell them. Sorry. Again, right? I've done a whole load of tarot readings, right? Today, and I've had the same thing in all of them. So that tells me it's world message, and it's coming up again. It happened to me the other day, but it was my guide when he did it. And then it changed into somebody else doing it, and they've just done it, and they're blowing the whistle. They are a referee in a football match. And, you know, if you're American, whatever, you call it soccer. And they hold up a yellow card, which means caution. If you foul up again, you'll be sent off the pitch. So with a red card. So I'm not, oh, I hit my mouth, sorry. I'm not sure what it's about because I've asked several times and I don't get a straight answer. So, but I'm talking to you. It's almost like they are they're wanting my attention like that. It's really important. And now they're showing me Xi Jinping. It's something to do with China, Xi Jinping, and in the vision they said it comes from something comes from the sea. But it's South China Sea. They're giving me more information now. So it's to do with that. A surprise attack. Surprise, surprise, surprise. No, oh, I get it. Cilla Black. Surprise, surprise. Anyway, so yes. The other thing they want me to tell you about, don't want this video being too long for some reason, is they've been showing me, they showed me a lot of artificial intelligence. And last time when I was doing it and I couldn't get all the information out to you, they give me a warning before they show me, don't get frightened, don't get frightened. They actually had, how does this work? Spirit of a robot, you know, as AI figure come and sit in me. They've twice taken part of, you know, image of half of my face away with robot, you know, AI circuits and what have you. It's not that I am a robot, I have asked. But they're trying to show me something. And what I got last time was AI, AI on face, his energy. The AI's energy. I talked about them being actually different, still made of organic compounds. I don't know how that fits or how that works, but that's what they said. And they have life energy. And there's also a cyborg, and they said robots and cyborgs already here. Everything sort is already here. Okay, they did show me some odd things as well, and I want to show you this card if I can find it. Last time, which I didn't get to the wrong way, impart to you. They often show me miniature things that are floating on the air as well. The miniature, don't ask me how, it's just what they do. It's all very strange. Okay, they want that card out. Oh, look what they want out. Death card. Because they keep showing me umbrellas and it raining as well. But this one's important. And I have to show you it because then you'll understand. It'll be more vivid for you. This is not part of the reading yet. Oh, come on. We'll be here forever. Very steampunk again. Right, okay. And these are the steampunk cards. Right. Honestly. It's very, oh, I want that one out as well. Look at that one. It's the tower. It's shown me a lot of lightning as well. Things changing, things moving on, which is obvious. More changes to come that we don't know about yet, that they're not telling me. World stage changes. I got that, it's going to be right at the front, isn't it, here? I got the, what was it? All the world's a stage and we are merely players upon it as well when I was meditating. And there it is. So that is the Chariot. But when they miniaturized it and created it and it was floating around, yeah, I know, it's very odd, but that's what they do. And I could see the outline of it, everything. That's to represent the world. The world rising up in thought, word and deed. I'm getting becoming new. And what's interesting to me is this new world that they show me is miniature. It's small. And we've got this big world at the moment that's breaking away. So I don't know if that's a reference to technology diminishing, money, all the old systems breaking apart and dissolving, because it's very small. It's almost like we won't need that. And that's the AI around me again. That kind of thing. I don't know if everything's being made smaller. That's all I can tell you. Very odd. And floating up, as into going, people are connecting more to their higher selves, floating up above the clouds, more freedom, more lightness, light as a balloon. There you go. Okay, so yeah, is there anything else I need to? Yeah, lots of geometry, lots of images, lots of light. Very strange, and it's really weird. It's almost like they're giving me parts of stories that I may write. They're showing me a big book, so at some point I will have to channel their message into something. But it's they give it to me as what I would perceive as fiction, when it's not fiction. It's a channeled message. And this, I wrote it last night, just out of the blue, because I wanted to get going. But they'll give me small bits and then it'll stop for ages, and then they'll give me another bit and then it goes on. And sometimes they just stop altogether. But this one was very strange. It was about angels again, so I know I'm going to have to do a lot of work with you with angels. That came out. Basically, this very steampunk again, and touching on something I put in on the Londinium story, but it was about a castle really, that was in a land that was, there were two lands. One was dark, one was light. And in some places, a building or piece of land would sometimes get the light coming in or the dark coming in wherever they were. And I wrote about this steampunk lady, Lucinda. I always get this name, Lucinda. It's always Lucinda. I called her Lucinda Graves. And she lived there with her grandmother and younger brother. And I've been seeing a little boy around me, in his little school uniform, in a meditation, leading, I thought it was me by the hand in the image, but it wasn't. It was somebody else. It was, and I've seen this magic carpet at times, so I don't know if that's connected to him, because, I could go on and on. I've had so many strange things, but this little boy, the school cap on, is leading someone. It's very happy, very, I don't know, it's very, very strange. And, it's completely gone when I was trying to tell you about my story, yes. But anyway, on this day, when the light comes through, this angel, massive wings, is falling. There's blue attached to him somewhere, short hair. And he's like, as if he hasn't got much hair. He's falling from the sky, spinning around. Yeah, spinning around. And he crashes through the belfry. I had to say belfry at the top, and then goes down through all of the rooms, which could be layers of consciousness. I always find that about houses. And it's a dream. A house as a dream symbol is about you. Okay, it's your soul essence and all the different rooms and facets from you. And right down through this house. And this is the bit I find funny, she's cutting roses in the dark in the winter garden. There's snow all over. Now they show me lots of images with snow and ice. And there's snow, and she's cutting off roses, and they're midnight blue roses. Now the colours are clearly important because that's blue twice, but different shades. And she runs into she follows the trajectory, and she realises it'll be the dining room where he lands. And he lands on the dining room table, and is unconscious, and then they just stop me. So, which is very frustrating. So there's definitely something with angels. And I tell you this because remember, we need, you know, I'm going to leave comments open on this one. I've had to shut them down again on some of the readings because there are too many narcissists out there, I have to say. But I'm going to leave comments open on this because I really want to know what you think about it. Obviously, a massive message about change, about working more closely with angels and beings from other worlds. So let's have a look, see what we can get. I mean, this death card definitely, all have umbrellas. The men in black have umbrellas, and it's raining a lot. So we're having to go through some dark, stormy times at the moment. There are going to be many more storms. That's just on political, on every front. Will, you know, weather the works. And that, they've often told me, is caused by people's turmoil and what's going on in the world at large. The weather is affected by that. It goes up into the atmosphere and charges it. That's what I'm being told. So let's have a look, see what we can... I mean, let's start with them. Start with favourites, madam. Just okay. Yeah, acceptance. Acceptance of what's going on around us. Some people aren't accepting and they're choosing to leave. The images were so vivid at one point in this plane. This plane's just haunting me. I've several times, you know, when you hear people getting really strong images and things when they die. So am I dying? No. Hope not. But I definitely have one foot here and one foot there, I have to say, with some, in some shape or form. Very scary. I've woken up in the middle of the night. Yeah, there's a lot of two-facedness going on and violent energy around, turmoil. A lot of dreams where I'm waking up and I'm talking to, you know, when your mind's, you suddenly become aware of your mind and it's working out things, doing things. I'm seeing imagery, strange things all the time. And then I get up, I go to the bathroom, I go back to bed and sleep. And then it happens again, it goes through the night. So they're giving me downloads through my sleep. Okay, what's that say? The light's going. Foresight. I think wanting a lot of us to come online and start seeing things more. Seeing what's around us. There are birds, you see. I'm getting a lot of death omens here, which I don't like. A lot of death. A lot of war, madam. War within selves. A lot of people are having pieces of themselves dying off as well. And then their true selves coming forward. Picked up a lot of that in the readings. The angels are going to become more prevalent. You may be getting visitations. And somebody else said that in a reading today. And I'm getting it now. Guidance reading. So I understand that message now. It's Soulful Revolution. She's really good. I like her. Yeah. The elements are being affected. Oh, that's strange. I've been channeling world messages through these tarot readings. Okay, yeah. I was wondering when that was going to come. What is that card doing in there? Right, okay. So this is another call for people to come online because I'm getting a witch. Witch is just a way of saying, you know, if you don't like that term. Clairvoyance, all the gifts, working with the elements. Some of you can affect the weather. There's some witch stuff going on here. Some of you been, might I, temptation with the apples, or somebody's being tempted in the wrong direction. I just heard, please keep, oh, my battery's gone. Please keep in service. Please keep in service. You're deviating from the path. That's a message for somebody. To come online with your gifts. Some of you are working with the elements, or you're affected by the elements. There's some connection to nature, nature spirits and elements. Okay? And of being of service. Right, let's get into the tarot, see what else we can get with this situation, China or anything else. Okay, some of you are working alone. This is for you, I think, mostly at the minute. Ten of Pentacles. Now look, there's that castle. The castle is guarded like a fortress. That's the other thing I saw, and they reminded me. The Forbidden City. And now I'm seeing the picture again of Chairman Mao. Oh, this is wild. And Alice going down the rabbit hole, new journey. I always get that one. Some of you are working alone and communicating alone with other energies. There's a lot of orbs around you. Please listen. We have work for you to do. Okay. Yeah, this Forbidden City, this key, there's something inside this Forbidden City, meaning Chairman Mao. His images are screaming at me. I don't know all the ins and outs of it. I never studied it, and I was only 6 when he died, so I don't know. I hope confirmation there. So, but I don't know if China is going to be taking on a new journey. There's a revolution going to rise. It's coming soon. I'm not going to stand for something Xi Jinping does. It's going to it's going to be the straw that breaks the camel's back. All right, don't shout. October time. Something's going to happen October time. Yeah, there's going to be an outpouring, a flood of emotion, anger. That's going to, something about the Forbidden City. Some link to the Forbidden City when this takes place. Oh, I don't want to say that. Oh, some things that ask me to say, blood will run. That's all. Don't want to go there. Let's see what we've got here. They'll make me go there whether I like it or not. Okay. Yeah, surrender to your gifts. There's double message going on here. The world needs you. It's important. Ooh. Some of you have political affiliations or stances, and they want you to use them for the benefit of all. I don't know if some of you are thinking of running for something, or you're in political groups that are going to help people. Or you're being asked to be. Surrender to your direction. Okay. Not that one. Yeah, keep your composure because it's going to be a lot of chaos. Keep yourselves together. There's going to be a lot of naysayers for a lot of things. Divine timing. Something's coming in divine timing. A massive change, a world change. There are going to be some, like they said, some of these storms. Something about the moon because they're showing me the back of that card. Oh my goodness. Oh, look what card I picked up. It's spiders. I see giant, one of them. You heard the tap. There's a web that's been woven that needs pulling apart, and the spider needs to be found at the center and taken out and washed away. And I showed me the wave. So think of that what you will. But it's something, I wonder if it's kicking off of the full moon, which is here tomorrow on the 6th. So I don't know, there's some link to the moon there. Ugh. Oh, don't put those things on me. It's fear as well. Spiders are fear. Yeah. Whatever this starts in October is going to travel around the world. I don't know what it is. Unrest. Public unrest. And there's going to be an inquiry into something as to why this is happening. Or the public are inquiring as to why all these things have happened. There's going to be more little skirmishes so all the dirt can float to the top and we see it and we deal with it. Perfection. Not sure what that's saying at the minute. Okay. Support. I think it's Japanese. I'm probably saying that wrong. Yeah, I will be saying it wrong, so I'm not going to say it. One of the gods, Japanese gods. A lot of support coming from the angelic realm and the other realms. I don't know. Something about liquid. Communicating through liquid. I don't know how that. I get some very strange things. Fluidic communication. I don't know what that is. Any ideas? Let me know. Someone seeks perfection. Perfection isn't real. Back away from perfection. Some of you are seeking perfection in your gifts. It doesn't exist. It's not meant to. And there are some people who are, Chairman Mao, seeking perfection in a political assignment, which does not exist and must be torn down. Oh, they keep showing me that, so I better leave it out. Ooh, don't like it. Nasty. Okay, let's finish off with what we can get here. Oh, well, they wanted to come out, so. Okay. Yeah, a lot to do with money. People at the back of all the money. These people at the back are going to be exposed. All the little tricks and I'll get like insider dealing, the wizard behind the curtain, the whoever is driving the economy. We could be talking about Illuminati, we could be talking about anybody, but somebody behind the scenes of the world economy that drives it is going to be exposed more and more and more, and their power is breaking down. Yeah. In these lamps, there are lots more genies, lots more things to find, and we are going to find them. It's almost like we are... Oh, is that why they showed... The start of my meditation, they showed me a beach. They showed me somebody running really fast, and it looked like... I never say his name right. Benedict Cumberbatch. Because I always get it wrong. I always call him Bernard for some reason. As Sherlock. It's all to do with investigating, inquiry. It's time we all started asking questions of everything. Who we are, who we really are, what we really want in the future, what is going on around us that doesn't seem right. To be more questioning and to be more of service to help others realise who they are and question. There's a lot more coming out about China. There's definitely something coming from the sea. I believe that's the South China Sea. Remember, they used to give me the Black Sea. I keep seeing this X. I keep seeing spacecraft still. Lots of different worlds. Communication between worlds is now possible. There's so much going on. And there's definitely something with AI, and there's definitely something linked to the moon. Okay, whether something's happened on the moon, something's going to happen on the moon, or there's I don't know, but there's oh, that's another thing they said. Now the moon governs the tides, doesn't it? So it's the tide will turn. The tide will come in. What you hope for and what you seek shall happen. This world will flourish once again. Okay, well that's better. I don't know who's giving me that, but there's so many of them here. So we'll end it there on that rather cheery note. It's not all doom and gloom. Sometimes I feel like one of those people with a placard on the front and the back walking up and down the street going, the world is at an end. Anyway, I hope that's helped. I hope you get something out of that. Comments would be fantastic. I'd love to know what you think. And we'll do another one soon. There'll be more channel videos by the end of the week, a healing, and maybe a light worker life coaching session. I don't know. Lots going on. Take care of yourselves. Please like, share and subscribe if you haven't already. If you want to book a reading, I'm open to that. I do the healings as well. All sorts of different readings. You can check out my website. Join the channel. I'm doing all sorts of extra videos on there now. So if you want more of this, or you want more, you know, exclusive tarot readings, whatever, then check them out. All the links are in the description. Take care, and I shall see you next time. Bye.